What's up, good people? It's your boy Glenn Lawrence. I am back with another whispering review. And this time it's going to be hard to contain the whisper because I just saw Fast X. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. NRW, we bring you the hottest new reviews, releases, and of course these whispering reviews. Quick history. Whispering reviews was started when I had a kid and I had to whisper to do these. But now I'm in a new studio and I can't help but just continue to whisper. Although this time it may break the mold because Fast X is fast and it's furious. It's Fast and Furious because the original was Fast and now it's up to the X. Anyway, Fast and the Furious is the story of Dominic Toretto and his family. They go on a heist and hijinks and defy the laws of gravity and really the laws of logic. I love this series because I love the escapism. I love to get out there and be like, hey, what is the craziest thing you can do with a car? Hey, is Vin Diesel really that tall? Could Vin Diesel and John Cena be brothers? I just like to think of all the crazy scenarios that these guys and girls have got themselves in and how they get out of them and how basically they are like crash test dummies that never get injured. Of course, this is going to be a spoilery review, so if you don't want spoilers, you probably should not watch this. But I would say just spoil it because you know what it's going to be. It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be fun. The movie, well, also this review, both, everything. It's all great. I love this movie because they brought all these cast of characters back together. It's got Vin Diesel, it's got Michelle Rodriguez, it's got John Cena, it's got a cute little kid in there. You got Jordana Brewster. It's got all the people you want to see. Charlize Theron's in there. Jason Momoa, of course, is in there. Luda, Tyrese, the whole crew is in there. Natalie Emmanuel, just all the people. Rita Moreno, of all people, being the grandmother. Which, by the way, when did she become the grandmother? Was she in the first movie? How have they been hiding this modern marvel of a woman in the Fast and the Furious series and not bring her until now? That's a travesty. That's the thing that I'm most upset about this movie. That's not realistic. It's funny because the movie starts out and she says, you all have been on a wild road and sometimes it's been hard. And in my mind, I wanted to be like, and sometimes it's been pretty unbelievable. Helen Mirren's in it. She makes an appearance. Han's back in there. There's even a cameo by Gal Gadot. I know I said it's spoiler, so you should have been prepared for me to spoil. If you're wondering, Jason Momoa does a great job as the villain in this movie. He is over the top, outlandish, silly, all the things that you would expect from a villain of a movie of this magnitude. At one point, he's even talking to his dead henchman. Who does that? I don't think I've ever seen a villain who's actually had a conversation with the henchman that he's actually got killed. That takes the cake. I don't even think the Joker did that. Did the Joker do that? Could Jason Momoa be the next Joker? Could Aquaman be the next? Okay, stop. You're being silly. Just as silly as this movie. We don't get Elena in it, but we do get her sister. And of course, they leave the little thread in there like, I might need you for another mission. So she's not in there for this thing. I love that they set it up for Jason Statham to go through a spin-off mission. That was great. All the characters are back. Except for Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey's not in there. But we do get Brie Larson. She's pretty cool in there. No Kurt Russell, but we get his daughter, Brie Larson. Also, we get an appearance by Pete Davidson. I love that. They got everybody back in this movie. The movie starts off with a quick little retcon. We go all the way back to Fast 5. That's like 5 movies ago we had to go to get our villain. But basically, Jason Momoa was actually involved in that car chase scene with the big vault that they were dragging through the streets, and he got knocked out of the race. But he wakes up, and he's angry. Now, that anger has led him to plot and plan and take down Dominic Toretto. And this time, it's not about money or anything. It's just about making Dom hurt. So from there, we get an ominous warning from Cypher. Charlize Theron coming with the ominous warning for Dominic Toretto. Every person who has been on the bad side of the Fast family ends up being one of the good guys. I think they just see how much fun it is to be able to crash cars and not get injured. And they want to be on that team. So after getting her butt kicked, she's like, you know what? I need to be on the Dom team so I don't get any more of these injuries. She gives him a warning, but it's too late. The team is already off on another hijink and a hijink. That's like a singular heist. If it's just one, it's a hijink. If it's multiple, it's hijinks. The team is already off, stealing something else, a microchip or some other type thing, and It's a trap. It happens to be a trap. Surprise! Instead of the microchip, it's a huge bomb. I love these movies because the people in the movies, they're so, like, the big bomb is in the truck and Luda takes one look at it and it's just like, oh, I know what type of bomb this is. And then they just like, they Google it real quick. They just Google the bomb. I guess ChatGPT knew what the bomb was. They just said, ChatGPT, what type of bomb is this? It's like, that's a Mark 77-3X. You just got to hit the 3 buttons on the keypad. So they figure out how to disarm it. Fortunately enough, Jason Momoa is such a badass that he figures out how to stop them from disarming it. The team is now trapped in a truck with the huge bomb. But don't worry, the bomb gets dislodged, and then it's just a pinball rolling around Vatican City. So you got to pinball it. Now, this is where the movie... It made me just like, yes, just start off with the outlandishness, because this big, huge bomb of a pinball is rolling around Vatican City, and Dom's just knocking it around like it's nothing with his car. He's just like, oh, I want to go over here. Boom. He's literally using the car as a pinball flipper. And I love that about this movie because it's outlandish. It was a car with dual double cannon rockets. It's like a sawed-off shotgun was a car. Outlandishness. You get cars flinging around helicopters. Why was that the idea? Why did you think that you could shoot a torpedo into a car? We get the scene, Dominic Toretto's like, I'm just going to take this car and drive it out of the plane. That's my plan. I feel like in Fast and Furious movies, you really got to respect the fact, as long as Dom can turn the wheels, everything's under control. At one point, Dom even picks up a car door as a shield. He knows how to use every piece of that car. He treats that car like Africans treat chicken. Every piece of it gets used. I love this movie the most because at the very end of the movie, they've been through some outlandish stuff. Cars have been falling, flipping over. Helicopters have been busted into flames. And then at the very end, Dom doesn't even have a scratch. He looks pristine. He looks like he just got out of the shower. It's amazing. Yeah. At one point, they even had a Brazilian standoff. It's like a Mexican standoff where everyone has a gun on each other, but instead of shooting, they race. Oh, and here's the thing. The car stuff, absolutely outlandish, but there's one point in the movie where Jordana Brewster's, she's just rocking dudes with like elbows and kicks and punches, and they're fully suited in like body armor and everything, and she's just like, yeah, shut up. My little elbow knocked you unconscious, big henchman. Take that, because I'm a Toretto. The Toretto elbows are harsh. They're hard. Fully armored henchmen? No. What you need is a Toretto in jeans and a t-shirt. They'll take out your whole army. The Torettos could solve any of these conflicts around the world. Just drop them in the middle of, you name the conflict, throw a Toretto there, over in a day. Give them keys to a car, over in 6 hours. Fast and the Furious, it reminds me of when I used to play with my G.I. Joes, and I would be like, okay, now this car does this, and it goes... It's like me playing with my G.I. Joes. And this is why I love it. Someone got to grow up and play with their G.I. Joes on film and make $1 billion doing it. How can you not love that? Icing on the cake of the whole film, Gal Gadot brings a fucking submarine at the end. She just has a fucking nuclear sub. Can you get those? And does it even matter? The insanity of Fast X. I love it. The bitch brought a submarine. Whew. All right. If you're wondering, this review has actually made me raise my voice. It's no longer a whispering review. It's just a review. That's how outlandish and delightful Fast X is. So anyway, I love this movie, Fast X. I think you should go see it. If you have been hanging on to the Fast and Furious series this long and you're just over the whole ridiculousness and you're okay with it, go see the movie. It has everything you want. It's crazy. It's outlandish. It ends on a cliffhanger, so you know there's going to be another one. And at some point, I just said, you know what? Belief, out the willing suspension of disbelief. I have willingly suspended my disbelief, just like they're suspending those cars in midair in every film. I can't wait for the next one. Let's do it again. Why? How come next time they don't just fly a building? They need to figure out how to get a building on some wheels and roll a building through the streets. That's the next step of Fast. They already went to space. What more can you do? Drive a building. That's what they need to do. Drive a fucking building. If you're listening to me, Justin Lin, drive a building. James Wan, drive a building. Louis Leterrier, drive a building. That's what they need to do. Drive a building through the streets That would be, it's like, yo, somehow, some way, the building fell over and they got to drive it through the streets. That's what you got to see. You got to think ahead. What is the craziest thing? Drive a building. Let's drive a building. It doesn't make any sense, but let's just do it. Drive a building. Hashtag drive a building. All right, that's been my whispering review for Fast X. If you disagree with me, shoot it in the comments. If you agree with me, shoot it in the comments. Listen, if you just happen to see me here with my hair looking crazy, raising my hands, put it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I've been Glenn Lawrence. Fast X. I think you should see it. It's a wild ride. I will say this. I feel like there's more blood from this turnip that we can juice. And hashtag drive a building. That's it. We got to do it. Drive a building. All right, I'm out. Peace.